One of the topic that people discuss nowadays a lot is about the last event of the 10-year anniversary. So let's talk about it a little bit today. I am purely guessing, okay? This is purely speculation. I have no insider info whatsoever about the last coming event. The only thing that I know is that I was told it's gonna be a lot of free stuff, which is pretty much the sky is blue and the grass is green because every event is a lot of free stuff anyway. But what can this event be? So let's talk about the most likely to the least likely thing to happen. The most likely thing to happen is that it is going to be an event where you play the game, just like many other events. You play the game a whole lot, use a lot of energy, and you get a whole lot of free stuff, which is kind of similar to some of these that happened before. So for the 10-year anniversary, they have given us quite a lot of things. We start off with a free 5-star. We get a collaboration, hella scrolls. We get a lot of 4-star and skill up for all the people who have missed all the heroes before. And then we have a Nat 5 of your choice, which is really, really amazing. And I think, I can't remember exactly, they gave us the 10-year special scroll that pretty much was the random LD5 for many, many other people. But I didn't get any LD5 from this event in particular. And I know a lot of people get even double or triple LD5 in that 200 scroll, which is really, really crazy. And then it kind of went a little bit mid in the middle part. So we get rune crafting, which is always great. We get skill up event, which is amazing as well for all the shit that you pull with the first 2 5-star. So all these events are very, very similar. You play the game a lot, and then you get a lot of free shit. And then we have another collaboration. And then we went really downhill with the scroll giveaway event. And I would say to a lot of people, the Booster Fever event is kind of okay as well. So they're really digging themselves a hole right here because the expectation for this last banger event is so goddamn high that I feel like whatever they decide to do will not really satisfy the majority of the player base because we are so used to getting so much free shit from all this event already. So a simple event similar to Nat 5 Selector, which is probably the most they will give at this point, kinda, is not gonna be really it for people. So what is the upgrade version of that? I think it's gonna be another round of 10-year scroll giveaway because that is pretty much the only way they can give away an LD5 without giving away an LD5, which is the free 10-year anniversary scroll, which might give you an LD5. At least it might give you a new non-holo hero LD 4-star unit, which is the Dova, the Kinky, the Matina, the Iris, the whatever you are missing. Personally, I am missing a Dova still, which I really, really want from the LD 4-star collection. So I think the most likely and the best case scenario for them is going to be more free 10-year anniversary scroll. But what is going to be a more upgrade version of that? So we get the spend energy, get free shit event, but people are also talking about getting a 4-star LD selector at this point because LD 4-star in a way is also extremely rare in this game because LD score are very rare, right? So getting LD 4-star really rare. As you can see, I'm still missing one of the earliest LD 4-star in the game, and I have a lot of LD5, you know? So an LD 4-star selector can be quite amazing for a lot of players who are still missing that unit. Like, I've been excluded from siege defense meta for the longest time in the past. Like, if you don't have this thing, your siege defense is going to be shit. And then it fell off meta, and I still don't have it yet. So a 4-star selector event, I think is going to be great for people if they want to improve in PvP. Maybe they're going to go for the Dark Robo, or they're going to go for this to improve their dungeon time, for example. I wouldn't recommend though because you don't really need this to improve your dungeon time. Or they're just going to go for the thing that they haven't summoned for the longest time. For me personally, it's going to be this unit. So LD 4-star selector, how likely is it going to be? Maybe it's not really a bad option it doesn't really change the meta or anything, because if you're playing in the high rank, pretty much everyone owns every LD4 star that exists in the game, unlike me. But in the high rank, LD4 star is pretty much free to play at some point. Everyone has a couple of Dark Siri, everyone has a couple of Dark Robo, whatever, Dark Ashura, not a problem. For the mid-range player, maybe that's going to create an issue, because right now in the mid-range guild siege, you don't have to fight maybe Dark Siri 5 times in a row, 10 times in a row, but if there's a free LD4 star selector and everyone want to follow the end game PvP defense meta, then everyone can potentially build the Dark Siri defense, which might be a problem for lower rank player trying to learn the game, trying to beat the defense that they're fighting. And if it is a Kakarno defense, if it's a Clara defense, it is much easier to beat. But if it's all LD4 star defense, then it might be a problem. But to be honest, I think below G3, I think nobody really give a shit about meta, and no guild leader will enforce you to build the same shit for the tower defense. So even if everybody or many people have the meta defense unit, you can't really enforce everyone to build the same shit for the tower defense anyway, because it's like every man for themselves in the lower rank siege meta. And to be honest, not everyone will choose the meta unit. Everyone will be choosing the most random shit ever. Like, if there's a choose LD5 event, I swear there's going to be that random person. It's just going to pick up like Celia, because, I don't know, he saw Jubei go play with it once, looks pretty cool, and then he picked up Celia. Not everyone is going to out there be picking Lucifer, Nasha. So people like picking random shit, like, all the time. So I think a free LD4 star selector is probably going to be pretty amazing and not too bad for com tours, right? I say that as if they really need inventory or whatever to create these events, because they can all just create these events out of thin air for absolutely free to them. It's just, to them, they want to make the most money possible, right? So how can they have an amazing last year bang of an event and make an insane amount of money? So the least likely event to happen is the free LD5 star event that, in my opinion, may not or will never happen. Or it will never happen in a way that you want it to happen. Everyone wants the free 5-star, free LD5 star event to be something like this, where you can select your shit. Because even if it is similar to 10 free LD, like the first event right here, even if it's like 10 choices, I'm pretty sure there are 10 choices that you don't want. I am very, very sure, okay? And then maybe you get 1 or 2 mid choices. But that is what everybody wants. Everybody wants the free LD5, and everybody wants the free LD5 to be the good one. And you can choose that, which is really, really hard for them to give, because that is like the last bastion of rarity or fake rarity that they have left in this game. So I think if they were to give you an LD5 for free, you will have to probably play the game for an entire year. So it's probably going to work similarly to this system right here, where you play the game for an entire year, then you get 2 free 5-star. So if they were to have a free LD5 event, they're going to make you play the game, or at least log in into the game for a whole straight year, so they can keep milking you until you reach the end point of getting an LD5. Because for many players, getting an LD5 is pretty much the end-all be-all of Summoners War. Their last goal of this game is to get an LD5. So the moment you get it, if it's shit, you quit instantly. And they lose the future earning from you potentially buying more LD scroll. Or if it's good, then you might play for a little bit more, but you may quit as well, because you're like, I played this game for too fucking damn long. I have achieved my final goal of getting an LD5. I'm done. I don't have to play the game anymore. So they are very scared of that. They are not scared of you getting LD5 from random scroll. They're scared of you getting the LD5 that you want and it's free from them, and you just quit instantly, right? They want you to keep spending. They want you to have that hope and dream of getting that that LD5 so you can keep playing. So maybe if they were to do it, they're going to do it by having a login event for at least an entire year so they can milk you for at least another year, because when you get close to it, you might feel very excited. You might buy more scrolls, you buy Devilmons or whatever. I don't know. But I think if that's LD5 event were to happen, it's going to be like that. Is that you can log in for an entire year and get an LD5 for free. Is it going to be good? Who the fuck knows? In a year, maybe things that are meta right now might not be meta anymore. And I think that's going to be potentially what's going to happen in the mid-December event. I hope it's not going to be mid. I hope it's going to be a banger. And I hope you get a lot of free shit. And what do you guys think about the potential 10-year event? Let me know in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Wow, that was a lot of yapping for 10 minutes straight. I'm surprised.